Hi, I'm Dr. Charlene Reeves, and I just wanted to talk to you briefly today about the 6 mistakes that most coaches make. It's so difficult for me to hear coaches that call me and say, "Oh my gosh, I've been at workshop after workshop and seminar after seminar, and I've got a huge collection of stuff. And I've got so much now, I don't know where to begin." Well, first of all, let me give you a bit of permission, and that is go through the stuff and throw away anything that doesn't interest you or doesn't apply to what it is that you are doing to support others. It's just taking up space, and it doesn't let the energy circulate around the room. So do what you can to go through that stuff. Throw those binders away. I'm giving you permission right now, because I bet you anything that you ended up in a lot of workshops or seminars that have nothing to do with what you need to do in order to teach others. So give yourself the freedom of getting rid of that stuff. I can't begin to tell you, how much better you will feel. I have none of it anymore, and believe me, I had a plethora of all kinds of things, just as I'm sure that you do. So get rid of that stuff. But before you do that, if you haven't yet developed your programs, go through it and highlight different aspects of what you would like to use in your programs, and then at that point, throw the rest away. And if there's a half a page of nothing you want and then something you want, draw a big line through it. You have so much power now. So just draw that line through whatever it is you don't want, or rip the page in half. It's up to you. But in any case, just get rid of the junk. All that stuff, all those binders you've been storing for so many years. I'm giving you permission right now to get rid of them, to throw them out and never look back. And I can't begin to tell you how good you're going to feel. So let's talk about the mistakes that most coaches make. Well, first of all, they don't have a foundation to stand on, which means they haven't designed their 3 integrated programs. So what do I mean by that? Well, how can anybody buy from you when you have no programs? Or how can someone buy from you when your first program is $5,000 or $3,000 or $1,000? That's expensive, right? So who's going to jump on the bandwagon when they don't know who you are? So you have to build up little bits of things and charge very little for them, just so people can get used to hearing you or to seeing you or to learning what you know. That's the only way that they're going to come on board with you and pay the big bucks. They need to be shown. You need to be known, liked, and trusted. Here's number 2 of the mistakes most coaches make. They get their certification. They're so excited. They tell everybody, "I got my certification. I got my certification. I'm so excited." And then what do? They run out, they order business cards, they have a website put up, and spend so much money before they even develop their programs. And what's the problem with that? Well, you don't have to have business cards and a website right off the bat. First, sit with who you are and who you want to become. Don't go out the chute running as fast as you can, because then you leave a lot of pieces behind that you have to go back and pick up. And imagine having your website evolving over and over and over and over it again. It will do that, but add to it rather than rewriting the whole thing. Take your time to really think about what it is that you want to teach. And don't go out and just ramble on and on and on about what you do. Define it specifically so that you can make an impact when you talk to somebody. And here's an example. I try to teach my clients to use 5 to 7 words. My 5 to 7 words to get lean in are massive visibility for massive income. And people will lean in and go, how do you do that? What do you do to do that? And that's just what I want, is for them to lean in and ask that question. So think about what it is that you want to teach, and then get it down to 5 to 7 words so that they can understand you quickly. We don't have a lot of time with people, and you only get 7 seconds for somebody to judge you and then walk away. And you've seen it time and time at these networking groups that you go to. And I have more information here about the networking groups too. But first, figure out who you are. Your next step is to figure out who your target market is. Who is the person that you want to sell to? Who is your perfect person, or your demographic, or your avatar? I don't really care what you call it. It's just one of those 3. So figure out who that is, and you need to pinpoint it so that you can determine what the language is that they speak. Then you speak their language and they buy from you because they figure, she gets me. Now, I've forgiven you the first 2 mistakes, and there are 4 more. So if you want to know what those 4 are, just read the article. It's not very long, and I think you'll find it very enlightening. And if you've missed something, or you've actually made these mistakes, go back and fix them now before it gets too late.